Hey, Isaac, how's it going?
Very good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, that's great. Good to see you.
Oh, sorry. I got it.
Okay. Tell us about your movie Hellfire. We have the trailer lined up. We want to share it with our audience.
Okay. Do you want to show the trailer first, or you want me to talk?
Tell us about the movie.
It's a contemporary Western that pays homage to movies like Pale Rider with Clint Eastwood and High Plane Drifter with Clint Eastwood. Themselves, at least Pale Rider, played homage to Shane that was done in 1953.
Yeah.
We Fell and Led by George Stevens. Basically, a stranger arrives to town, but the switch or the twist that Clint Eastwood did in his two movies, you don't know if the guy is for real or is a ghost. And we kind of kept the same pattern of that idea.
Yeah. Alan, if you could, I put in the private chat the link to the YouTube trailer. Let's show that trailer. But what went into look, I think Westerns are making a comeback. That genre, the simplicity of Westerns, the sort of back to old values. Why do you think Westerns are more popular? We have seen over the last couple of years more Westerns come out than I can remember. People have said that genre died in the early 70s, but it's making a big comeback.
First, it's my favorite genre. And the Westerns, if you look at Westerns that were done in the 30s and 40s, they changed in the 60s thanks to the Italians that did their own version, where the good was not good, the bad was ultra bad, and everybody was ugly, at least in the soul. So, and in the 70s, I think it was the peak of the Westerns, also the spaghetti, also the Americans, and then they kind of died. What I like, there is a good guy, there's a bad guy. It's not complicated too much, even though, again, the bad is not that, or the good is not that good, but he's got some kind of values that he will not double cross them. And I think it's appeals to everybody all over the world. It doesn't matter the language. The samurai movies that were done in Japan were having kind of the same code of behavior. And that's why they were loved all over in the world, not only in the States.
Alan, can you share the trailer right now? Let's watch it. Okay, so we're going to watch the trailer so our audience gets a taste of what the movie is. Let's watch it right now. Here we go. Nice. Isaac, that looks amazing. Talk about, before we go to questions from our audience, let's talk about that incredible cast. Dolph Lundgren, Harvey Keitel, Stephen Lang, not a blue Stephen Lang, a human Stephen Lang, who's amazing actor. How did you pull together this cast?
I had some producers that were helping me to put it together. Also, Johnny Making is doing a great role in the movie. So is Michael Cero. Yes, it's tenacity and luck, because I wanted to have real faces, not plastic faces. I wanted to feel kind of the sweat at people that look like people. And for me, the hardest thing when I do a movie, it's to find locations and to do the casting. Locations, of course, because a location will determine the way that you shoot the scene. And the casting, that's the movie. This is how the movie will look. Those faces are the movie, you know.
Let's go to questions from our audience. They are loving this. A lot of great comments too. Here we go, Isaac. Tom Siebert says solid genre, plot, casting is key. Tim is not funny. Stephen Lang, Dolph Lundgren, and Harvey Keitel. F yeah. Jasmine D says, oh my God, I'm in the presence of one of the best action directors. So happy to see this interview. There you go. Monkey Jeebus says Westerns are cheap to shoot and stuntmen love horses.
Correct. However, we didn't have horses in this one, but this is true. I did once a Western 30 years ago, and I had James Brolin and Arlie Ermey, that was the sergeant in Full Metal Jacket, and they were in the movie because they wanted to ride horses. They basically wanted to ride the horses. That was absolutely correct.
Aaron Sharman says Red Dead Redemption, that's a video game, has helped revive interest in Westerns. ADLS 24 says with your long... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think I heard the music to it and I liked it. I think it's what it is. And I don't know the game, but once I heard in YouTube the music and I liked it. So I agree. Yeah.
ADLS 24 says, with your long history with the Power Rangers franchise, what was it like getting to cast and work with Johnny Young Bosch once again on this project?
So first, it was a big honor. But Johnny, besides playing a great role there, is, if you go back, that role, if we go back to Shane, is like the Jack Palance in Shane. But besides being the heavy there, he was also the fight choreographer. And, it's a low-budget movie. I delegated a lot of stuff to the second unit. The second unit director was Randy Hall, whom I worked before. And Johnny, basically, they really took it on their shoulders, and they did a great job, not only with the fights, but also with the chase. So when you do a low-budget movie, and especially an action movie, you have to have a team, people that you trust, that understand the mission and will go it and will do it, will do anything to make it happen. And Johnny was somebody like this. So it was Randy. There were two people I trusted.
This is a big $50 super chat from Jamin D. I am so happy to see this interview. You're one of my favorite action directors. My hope is for you to bring Scott Adkins and Gary Daniels together for an awesome martial arts movie someday. Cold Harvest is one of my favorites.
I'm glad Cold Harvest was actually also a Western. It was a futuristic Western. And it was about a comet that fell into Earth. This was in the 90s, the late 90s. And the convention in Hollywood was that the future looked like the 50s. And I read the script and said, no. The future in this movie will look like a spaghetti Western. And I told that was my first movie with Millennium. And I told them, it's a futuristic Western. And they told me, yeah, we understand. And again, before shooting, I said, you understand? It's a futuristic Western. Yes, we understand. 2 weeks later, because they got the dailies only 2 weeks later, they called me, are you out of your mind? You're doing a Western. I told them, I told you, this will be a futuristic Western. So, yeah, that was with Gary, and I love Gary. Needless to say, Scott, I've done so many movies with him, and they're both amazing. Both amazing. Scott is like family to me.
Thank you, Jamin D, for that. Indie Shade for 5. See the Western Good for Nothing, made in New Zealand, but feels and looks like it was made in the U.S. And that's a great comment.
I will take a look at it.
ADL is 24. You've worked with writer Richard Laurie on projects in the past. What was it about this script that stood out to you most? Was there anything from the script that didn't make it to the screen?
Let's start with the second answer. No, because I know that I'm doing a movie like on a tight budget. My first edit is the script. I bring the script to a minimum pages, and I know that I will shoot all of them, and all of them will be on the script then. So I'm not going to waste time and money on something that will end up on the floor. So that's one thing, and this is being practical. Now, what happened is there was an idea to do a movie, and this idea came up of somebody who comes to town. And the idea, when I heard it or when I read the treatment, I said, it was like a contemporary time. And I said, won't work. Because today you have the internet, you have the cell phones, it doesn't work. The only way that it will work, it's in at least the late 80s, where there's no cell phone, the internet is not really developed, and only then you can have a town that is kind of isolated, and some bad guys can take control of that town. And this is how it happened, you know.
Well, I want to remind people Hellfire is currently out on VOD. It came out Tuesday, so let people know. Isaac, I appreciate you being here today. Thank you for powering through the tech issues. It's kind of like being on a film set. Something is bound to go wrong.
I told somebody, you know, my kids are all computer savvy, and they always tell me you're challenged. You're very challenged when it comes to technology. Yes, I am.
You and me both. But I also have to compliment you. Your physical media collections, your books and DVDs in the background, that's awesome.
These are all martial arts books, by the way.
Oh my God.
These are all martial arts book. I have also Black Belt magazine from the early 60s. All karate books, and yeah, I mean, a lot of history books. I love history a lot, so that's a collection, and I have more collection all over the house.
You know, I'm drawn to your massive banjo collection.
That's amazing.
I mean,
banjos.
Is bluegrass a big influence, or how?
I love bluegrass, and by the way, in the movie that we gave it because, again, you're not sure if you're dealing with an angel, not angel. We gave it some religion. One of the things is the music, which the songs basically are being played by Mean Mary James, also called Mean Mary. She's not mean at all, and she's doing her own version of Wayfaring Stranger. I wanted her to do it, and she does it on a banjo.
Wow.
And Steve Edwards, the composer that I worked with him many times before, added like an accordion into it, and it's very right for the movie. She's doing the voices, she's humming it, it's in the movie, and it goes with the theme and with the atmosphere of this movie.
Well, Isaac, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Congrats on the movie. It's out on VOD. Check it out, and appreciate you and all your work. Come back again when you have another film.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right, take care. See ya.
Thank you.